Hello guys, today we're going to review over our season predictions at the start of the season, and seeing where people are from where we put them at the start of the season to where they are actually now in the league. City 1 place higher, Liverpool 5 places higher, Arsenal 1 place higher, Spurs, you can see like what I'm predicting right and what I'm predicting wrong. The two teams I've actually got right so far are Brighton and Sheffield, but that's only currently in the season. You know, altogether out of the predictions that I made at the start of the season, I've got 65 correct results and 16 out of those 65 for the exact correct score. It's not too bad. It's over 50%. It's not great. It's nothing to write home about, but I think it's worth talking about. And I've also done a re-prediction of where I think teams will be. Everton on this -5 right now, or -5 where I had them. They'd actually be where I actually had them if it wasn't for the point deduction that they just got. But let's get into the new predictions that we've just made now. I feel like that is the way to go about stuff. Sorry, the wrong thing there. Undo that. And we end up with Luton. Luton at the bottom of the table now is where I've put them. I feel like that's it's not arguable. You know, I don't think it's like crazy to be saying. And then Sheffield and Fulham joining in the relegation. This is not. Is it right? So, sorry, explain. I've got two predicted tables here. This predicted table is my one from where I've written all the results from the year onto a Premier League Predictor app, and then this is the result that it gave me. And the other one is going to be where I just think I'm ahead with just knowledge, just watching the game and seeing where a few people are going to head with that. But this is like predicting the results and seeing where people head. And Fulham actually get relegated. I don't think Fulham will actually get relegated, but on my predictions I seem to have done it with Burnley just narrowly avoiding relegation. I feel like these two are just doomed for relegation, even though Burnley are bottom right now. I just don't have any faith in Sheffield or Luton to stay up. I think Fulham are going to be the ones that are close to Burnley, and Bournemouth will be pretty close down there as well, but yeah, Everton with that minus points keeps them in 5th from bottom. Surviving, with Bournemouth also surviving, and Forest just above them. And then West Ham, surprisingly low considering how they started the season, but I just can't see them carrying on the season great, with Palace and Brentford finishing off the bottom half. I think that's a fair assessment on all them teams, to be honest. I think those teams are the ones that are going to be in the bottom half this season, just because the gap between the top half and the bottom half is just so vast that I just can't see any other result really happening from that. I will review this again on game week 19, I think I've got it planned for, and then we'll go over the correct scores and correct results over there again, and maybe revise the table again, maybe look at this revised table and see where it's looking at. Wolves finishing 10th, this is. I think it's not a bad position for Wolves. Obviously, Wolves, Brentford, Palace, West Ham. All these four, even Forest maybe could be even put into like a little mixer and put anywhere. I just don't see them finishing any higher than this. With Chelsea grabbing 9th place, I just not like how they started the season, to be honest. And Brighton getting 8th, just ahead of them. Still not into European spots here. We've still got 7 teams to go. Brighton just missing out, and then Newcastle getting into the Conference League. I'd really like Newcastle to do fine in Champions League as well, but I just can't see them get into it the way they started this year and the injuries that they've got. Spurs started the season really well, but once again a lot of injuries are going to take over now, and I just can't see them getting higher than 6th, which I've got them in there. And then Arsenal finishing 5th. Controversial this one was, because it was obviously me predicting the table and where people were going to finish and putting in results, and it actually got me to Villa in 4th. Villa in the Champions League, that'd be even more impressive than Newcastle getting it last year. They've not had as much money pushed into them as Newcastle have. Maybe they have, but it doesn't feel that way, if you get me, because Newcastle have it from a Saudi investment, whilst Villa have just like come up from nowhere. You know, it's kind of nice. And then United in 3rd. This kind of hurt, having United there in 3rd, and then Liverpool 2nd, and City to win the league again is how I predicted it. City winning the league at 89 points. It was all 5 of these teams getting over 75 points, and then Luton finishing on 12, a very derby-like season. Yeah, this is the prediction of where I put the results in and where people finished. And this is one way you can't really argue with like where I've put them, because it's not where I've put them. This is like the prediction that I've got. And you see, I get over half right, so you know, I don't think we're far off. I'd say I'll stick to my main comparison with the one that I did at the start of the season. This is just revised ones to see what I'm thinking now. Now the season's kicked off and the season's started. You know, I might look at how I've revised over this. in the coming weeks, but for now we will not be doing that, and instead we will be looking at my Nova prediction, which is, this is the one where this is who I think is going to finish, just on my mind, just where my mind says that team's going to finish there, and I've got Sheffield on bottom, followed by Luton. I don't think you can argue with that. As I said, I think those two are the bottom teams. No matter which way around you put them, I just think Sheffield are going to finish lower than Luton. I think Luton will get some scrappy results, and then Burnley just falling down relegation. Not the same team that they were last year, and Bournemouth just narrowly avoiding it, I'd say. I think this would be a mixer of, and maybe Everton, to be fair. I think this is your relegation battle this year. Everton, Fulham, Bournemouth, Burnley, Luton, Sheffield. I don't think you can argue with that as a relegation battle. Fulham did really well last year, but they've just kind of been hit a bit. They've lost a goal scorer and not replaced him. They almost lost a CDM as well. If they had lost Paulinho, they would have been in this mixer here, but they're just slightly above it. Everton just getting there, and then Forest, Brentford, Palace and West Ham all coming out of the bottom half of the table. No arguments really here. You know, they've all got a couple good players in the team, but it's nothing to really write home about. I said Wolves finishing here again. You could argue Wolves in this. Yeah, Wolves are in this 5 here. That's how it is. It's this 6 and then this 5, and then I don't even know when. I think Chelsea are just on their own with Brighton there. Chelsea, Brighton. I just don't know where I want to put them. I like Brighton. They do get results, but it's one of them. They just kind of throw it about, and you don't know who's going to be playing each game week. I just don't respect it. Don't respect it one bit. And then Newcastle once again not getting onto the getting the Conference League spot. Just the injuries. I feel like the injuries are going to be a real big issue for them this year, and you've already seen that. And then Spurs in 6th and Villa in 5th. Still putting Villa high. I just feel like Emery he is cooking. He is cooking so well right now. Obviously, my opinion might change come game week 30 when I do my final review of the season. But yeah, I think Villa are just cooking right now, and you know, I had to put Arsenal, Liverpool into the Champions League spots. Liverpool playing too well. They got a team that's just doing well, and then Arsenal, you just know, going to be trying for the title. And then I've got to stay biased, guys. I've got to stay biased. I don't care, right? We're staying biased, being biased. It's just how it is. But yeah, that is my predicted table. Obviously, it's not changed much from what I did at the start of the year. I'll say United to win it because I'm going to stay biased. I don't care about who've been playing. My bias will take over always. But yeah, I feel like it's not far off. Like, let's exclude United a second, because you know I'm going to be biased and not put United where they definitely might finish. So that's basically what I think the table is going to finish like. I do think Villa will be strong contenders for a Champions League spot, as well as Spurs. I don't think Newcastle will be challenged for a Champions League spot. I feel like it will be a 6-team challenge for Champions League spots, with City, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, Villa and Spurs all being in that argument there. And then Newcastle, Chelsea, Brighton will be the ones that are arguing for that last European spot. Wolves might make a late push, West Ham might make a late push, but I just can't see it. Brentford might improve when Tony comes back, but I think Tony's just going to leave. And then the relegation battle is really going to heat up towards the end of the year. I think Everton will escape it. I think, you know, this -4, they've been playing too well this year for them to not escape it. But yeah, that is my Premier League predictions for the season, with knowledge of the season, how it's gone so far. You know, it has changed from the start of the season, but I'm still going to stick to the start of the season predictions when I'm doing my reviews. I might look at this again, but the start of the season is what you got to go off. That is your gut feelings. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.